Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is a somber video for me. Why is it a somber video for me? I am planting a tree today in memory of my dad, who I lost at the end of 2023. That loss threw me into an emotional tailspin. I think the term that I can best use to describe how I felt was unmoored. It is nothing like losing a parent to make you feel just so, I don't know if lost is the word, but unmoored is the one I'm looking for. My dad has been there since I took my first breath, and his quiet, dignified presence had been there through everything. My dad was a quiet man, and he didn't speak a lot. A lot of people were were disturbed by the fact that he was so quiet. But when he did talk, you listened because he had a lot to say. So while I took time off from social media, hence my absence from my channel, I decided I needed to honor my dad and plant something in his memory. I must tell you that my gift of planting vegetables and all the knowledge that I have came from him, because he grew a lot of what we ate as children. And all of us participated in helping the family produce the foods that we ate. And so I learned from a young age. But I wanted something in the ornamental garden, and I have something in the vegetable garden that I'll share with you in a second. In the vegetable garden, I discovered some seeds that he had sent to me over 20 years ago. And what's funny is I had sown some and grew it and forgot about these seeds. And I was cleaning out my oldest daughter's room, and I stumbled across these seeds. And when I stumbled across these seeds, I said, you know what? I'm going to try growing these seeds and see if they'll grow. I mean, 20-year-old seeds, who would think that they would grow? Y'all, they sprouted, and I had a huge bunch of these seeds. What was the seed in question? Amaranth, or as we call it in Jamaica, callaloo. Now, my dad planted this callaloo in New Jersey years ago, and I'm sure if we still owned that property, because they sold it, it would still be in the backyard. It returns every year without fail. And so now I harvested seeds and I have it to share with my siblings. But that's not what this video is about today. This video is about me removing this tree right here so that I can plant my dad's tree. It took me a long time to decide on what tree to plant for him. And the reason it took me a while is because I wanted something that would remind me of who he is. He had a strong presence. He is a reliable person. My dad was meticulous, but he was not a flashy person. And I settled on a dogwood. I at first wanted a wolf-eyes dogwood, but I couldn't find one. And then one day I went to this nursery and I saw this particular dogwood. I'm going to insert a picture right here so that you can see how beautiful this thing is. It's called a Samaritan dogwood. In the springtime, it has green and white foliage. So it has spring interest, and then it has these beautiful blooms that you typically get from a dogwood. Okay, so spring interest. Towards the fall, it has this beautiful foliage that has some pinks and towards the reddish colors. And I thought that that would be a nice statement piece right here. This is a Japanese cherry blossom tree, and I am going to dig it up and move it along our driveway going up out of our yard, because I have 4 there already. This will make the 5th one, and it will produce the impact over there that I want. But over here, I wanted to plant my dad's tree. The tree is about 5 feet tall, so it's not going to consume as much space currently, but eventually it'll get nice and tall and will fill in the space exactly as I dreamed. My neighbors are target practicing the joys of living in the country. Anyway, this dogwood, what's interesting is I looked everywhere for a dogwood that would do what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to have multi-season interest. I wanted it to be variegated because I love variegated leaves. And then I went to a nursery one day for something totally different. And something said to me, go look up there. And when I looked, they had 5 of these. But I didn't buy it that day because my car was full of other plants. And I'll share more soon on that in another video. What ended up transpiring was I had to go back there for my husband to look up a blackberry that he was trying to source for the orchard. And when I got there, they had all their trees, I think it was 40% or 50% off. So I ended up getting 2. So I have one to plant here and one that I've already planted next to the patio area. And so from my bedroom, the master bedroom, we will see that one over there. From the patio, we will see it. And then on this side of the yard, we will see this one. And so no matter where I go, I will have a reminder of my daddy. I was a daddy's girl. Oh, I am still a daddy's girl. And so his passing hit me hard. But one of the things my husband has encouraged me to do is to carry on with the best of who he was. He was not a perfect person, but he had many good traits about him, and there are things that I would love to emulate. And one of the things is my dad was very particular. In that if you're doing something, he wants it done right. If not, you're going to do it again. And then he was so meticulous, y'all, he could paint without drop cloths and he would not get any on himself either. He's just that detail oriented. And so I wanted to honor him in my planting of this tree, in my location of this tree. And I hope you'll follow along. Now in the springtime, it won't be as grand and as glorious, but I'm still looking forward to its impact on this side of the yard. And when we take our spring tours of the garden, you'll be able to see it more fully. ever wondering about the tools that I use in my garden, they're all linked in my Amazon store under a category called tools. This is my mini chainsaw, and I tell you what, I have done so much work by myself with this because my husband used to cut everything and move everything for me, but he can't help me anymore, so I figured out how to do a lot of the things myself. Thanks for hanging with me, guys, and also thank you for welcoming me back, and I'll see you in the next video.